Well, on average, someone has a stroke every 40 seconds, and it is the fifth leading cause of death in the U.S. According to medical experts, 80% of strokes can be prevented. Dr. Joshua Osborne is a Washington University neurosurgeon at Barnes-Jewish Hospital and is joining us to discuss ways to reduce your chances of having a stroke. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Yeah, first off, what is a stroke?
So a stroke basically comes in two forms. One is when a blood vessel in the brain gets blocked off and the brain loses its oxygen supply and can slowly die when it doesn't get blood flow. And then the other form of a stroke is really just any bleeding inside the head. So that can be spontaneous when a blood vessel bursts, or some people have a brain aneurysm that bleeds. So we call stroke either a hemorrhagic stroke, meaning it's been bleeding in the brain, or an ischemic stroke, meaning a vessel has actually been blocked and the brain is starving for blood flow.
Yeah, there's three kinds of strokes. So which one is the deadliest?
So it's really the ones that are spontaneous brain bleeds are the deadliest.
And anyone can have a stroke. I mean, why is that?
Well, there are lots of risk factors for stroke, and as we get older, our vessels get more unhealthy. Certainly, stroke risk goes up. But people can have various blood clotting disorders, problems with their heart that make you more at a risk for a stroke. And really, anyone of any age, even our pediatric population, is at risk for stroke.
Let's talk about some of the best ways to prevent a stroke. At one time, aspirin was prescribed, but not so much anymore.
Right. So aspirin used to be, you take a daily aspirin, a baby aspirin a day, used to be the recommendation for everybody. We found with big data research that if you put everybody in the world on aspirin, more people are actually going to have gastrointestinal bleeding and spontaneous brain bleeding than are actually going to have a stroke prevented. So unless you have really significant risk factors for stroke, we don't recommend the aspirin a day anymore.
You have an acronym, Be Fast, and it's important for people to remember this. Go through what those letters mean.
Sure. So Be Fast means look for the signs and symptoms of a stroke. So the B is balance issues. E is for eyes, meaning you have double vision or sudden loss of vision in one eye. Fast is your face, or the F is your face. So if you have a facial droop. A is for arm weakness. S is for speech problems, so slurred speech or inability to speak at all. And T means time to get help or time to call 911, time to go to the emergency room. So any combination of those symptoms, high likelihood of stroke, and please go seek medical attention.
Yeah, what can you tell us on the latest in terms of findings with COVID in the latest research?
So COVID's been an interesting story. Initially, we thought COVID greatly increased your risk of stroke, from the original pandemic wave in Manhattan. As we kind of looked as it spread throughout the country, it turned out the biggest thing COVID was affecting was the number of people seeking medical attention for a stroke was going down, and we weren't really sure COVID was actually causing strokes. I think now that a lot of the data is settled out, we know that COVID causes blood clotting. We know that COVID probably increases your risk of stroke slightly, but we're still not entirely sure that COVID actually causes strokes. But there does seem to be a trend towards an increased risk with COVID.
All right, some great information. Neurosurgeon Dr. Joshua Osborne with Washington Barnes-Jewish. Thank you so much. We appreciate your time this morning. Yeah, and May is National Stroke Awareness Month, so some good information for sure.